If Nigerians had allowed Jonathan to remove the subsidy in 2011, they would have been paying Sanusi. According to a reporter, the Emir of Kano, Mohammed Sanusi II, has said that Nigeria's current economic hardship is a direct result of the country's failure to remove fuel subsidy more than a decade ago. Speaking at the Oxford Global Think Tank Leadership Conference, Sanusi explained that delaying the removal of subsidy has worsened inflation, weakened the naira, and pushed up the cost of living. Recall that in 2011, former President Goodluck Jonathan tried to end the subsidy but faced strong opposition. If Nigerians had allowed Jonathan to remove the subsidy in 2011, they would have been paying, Sanusi said, but that pain would have been a very tiny fraction of what we are facing today. Sanusi, who once served as CBN governor, noted that early economic reforms often bring short-term discomfort but save nations from deeper crises later. He urged leaders to focus on long-term stability rather than political popularity, adding that Nigeria must not allow the Nigeria must now confront the heavy cost of policy delays. He concluded that by calling for bold, consistent decisions to rebuild the economy and reduce citizen suffering. Kabir says CP was part of those that was after Jonathan then, and now he came and then still removed that same subsidy. Attorney Judge says to Mr. Sanusi, so eventually the rejected stone has become the chief cornerstone. I thought you people frustrated Jonathan's government because you did not see any good idea from his government, but thank God you are taking the breakfast too. Abi now. Kennedy says those who opposed him then are the ones supporting their commander in power now. Yes, so they are the ones. Samuel Adeyemi says this man was using idea to against government of the day. Were you not the one that said over $1.5 billion missed from the federal government account coffers, headed by Jonathan? Then opposition used the opportunity and other means to grab power from them. Come on, now wow, that money don't enter voice me. Anita says, I'm pretty well thankful to God that the law of karma happens when Tinubu and his APC government are directing the affairs of this country, because they misled the country in every ramification to stop removal of subsidy in Jonathan's regime and make this government ungovernable, sponsor protests of any kind, fed and entertained the hungry and blind protesters against Jonathan's government, but now he has fallen inside the pit he digged for Jonathan. Yes, so Michael says it is the same Tinubu, Buhari, Wole Soyinka, the Odumakins, Femi Falana, and most of these Lagos people that are in government today that frustrated that removal of subsidy. Ironically, it is one of those who fought the removal of in 2011 Tinubu that eventually removed it. This time around, they put politics and tribal sentiment aside to face reality. Unfortunately, it is at the same time that the pain will be grievous than that he removed it. I have said, see hypocrite, is there no pain now, I beg? Of course you'll be feeling pain. slight pain. Oluwaseki says, Jesus is the way. Okay, thank you. Rufai Sabo says, this man has got a running mouth. As Peter Ojobo says, the gang up against Jonathan's good intention which was misunderstood in the beginning of Nigeria's problem. Nigerians complain so much. We know why won't we complain? Abuji says now now JAG administration is the best. Ketuku says this one makes me laugh. Medicine after death. You fully support this APC. What is the reason for your suspension in CBN governor? As CBN governor. Let's hear what Mr. Advisor. Anthony says, Mr. Sanusi, you were part of the Jonathan leaders who frustrated Jonathan then. Who I kept attacking and betrayed your boss. Then with his Boko Haram threat you spoke about now, but I thank God that your own people, with every one of us, are now suffering into actions, complaints about this government. They are doing well. So please don't complain about this government. They are doing well. You are funny. As Simon says, religious bigot and pretender of the highest order. Is it today? Mike says, I don't want to say anything about all these chameleons. Celestine says, the same Jonathan you helped to unseat to make room for your fellow Fulani, Abio. Kingsley says, it's too late, sir. You guys never supported him. Now you're saying if you had allowed him to remove the subsidy, Nigeria will not be like this. But you couldn't allow him to remove it. You did not. Hussein said, now that the same subsidy has been removed, where is the money? It is inside Tinubu and his stomach infrastructure pocket, so it's as useless as better. They should have not removed it to steal it, Abi. Bitex says, you are undermining your hatred from Tinubu with this useless talks, Joe. Project says, but you were one of those who blackmailed GEJ government of siphoning $45 billion or more, the way they call money, from NNPC and campaigned vigorously of fraud with the petrol subsidy then. Now you realize that you are part of those who weaponized APC with sufficient materials of propaganda against GEJ government. Now everyone is suffering the effects of your poor economic analysis. Adgani says, but there is no pain now. As Siri says, intelligent coward. Jones says, as lack of the balance, as they shake and remove the subsidy, both Nigerians and Nigerians, everything fall apart from the people. Assume that people removed it. Even as they removed it, there is no difference. Only that they buy new cars, weaken the economy. I used to use 500 naira buy food and collect it. Now 2,000 naira food is to manage, and to get the food, the money safe is not easy. Unless people are now stealing, they are stealing government money or materials. Toluwa says, now removing in 2023 by a clueless government under Tinubu, what happened? Is there joy now? Bunch of rebels and cruel leaders. Eddie says, but Mr. Sanusi, as the then CBN governor, was against so many moves the administration made to get things done at that time, and here we are today. You can imagine. As John says, sir, now the key of Nigeria problem be that to help us tell the presidency to return the subsidy. That Oyinbo people carefully confuse the president's dictate to solve and remove and give them without thinking. Say Nigeria economy no get balance. People tell them to confuse the president to remove and give them without thinking. Say Nigeria economy no get balance. Okay. Sylvester says, get out. Who you want impress? Leo says, Jonathan regime and Sanusi sacking still they give this pedophile protector on shore Emir sleepless nights. Okay, no verse. My listeners, don't forget to like, to share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.